Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Cindy Lou, aka Twinny Twin Mom, and I am here with a spot about my keto journey. I've had a lot of questions and I kind of wanted to get to a place in my journey where I could speak from knowledge and from experience and from what has been working for me. It's not just me that's on this journey. My 13-year-old son, Damien, is on this journey as well. At the current, well, just to introduce myself, again, my name is Cindy, and I am a 46-year-old stay-at-home mom, wife and mom, and my husband and I have 6 children, of which 4 I have given birth to since my 40th birthday, including twins. We live in a 2-bedroom condo in Central California, and we just make the best use of space that we have. So we are all about budgeting and getting everything in a place. And our big attempt this year is we're doing Dave Ramsey, and we are trying to utilize 100% of the property that we have so that we can go forward and get a new home and do all that kind of stuff. But so just to let you know, we are a very budget conscious family. A lot of people think that, well, I can't do keto because I don't have that kind of money. We budget $600 a month for 8 people, and that includes keto. I may go up to $700 if there are holidays or special birthday functions, stuff like that. But generally, a rule of thumb is $600 a month for food. So that being said, the kind of keto that I do is lazy, dirty keto with no dairy. So what that means is that I am not counting calories. I'm not counting macros. The only thing that I'm counting for certain is up to 20 grams of carbs per day. So we do not go over that. We do not cheat. I have not cheated. I've been on my journey for 4.5 months, and I've lost 54 pounds. I do not exercise because I am physically disabled, and I have a lot of issues that I'm trying to get under wraps so that I can start exercising. But as of right now, that is not an option. So just being on keto has relieved so much tension in my body and so much in the way of inflammation, because the most inflammatory things that we eat are grains, dairy, and sugar. And with keto, I'm completely cutting those things out. So what I eat on the daily, I eat eggs, I eat Kerrygold butter, I eat bacon, all kinds of meats, even some processed meats like sausage and stuff like that. As long as the carbs are low, then we will go ahead and have those. Any kind of green vegetable that we want, nuts and stuff like that, are great, but we do not eat fruit. I may have a little bit of fruit every once in a while in the way of blackberries, raspberries, maybe some blueberries. But if I'm trying to like get more vitamin C in and stuff, I take a tremendous amount of supplements, vitamins, everything, but I always have. So, and being in my childbearing years still, I take a lot of folic acid, 2,000 milligrams per day, and I take prenatals no matter what, because you got to be ready. You never know. I mean, I'm clearly, you never know, 4 babies after 40. So that, fish oil, vitamin C definitely. I take a lot of potassium and magnesium, because when you stop eating certain things, you start getting cramps in your legs and stuff like that. And these are some of the things that just come with being on keto. And it's not a big deal. It's just, you just need to know how to handle it. So if you don't, a lot of the information that I've gotten in the way of like magnesium and potassium and stuff, I go to a pain doctor, and he's also on keto. So we kind of shoot back and forth a lot of stuff, and we learn from each other. He's learned a tremendous amount from me, and he's very grateful because he didn't know that he could have coconut oil or coconut milk. He knew he could have almond milk, but he's like, I really don't like it. I don't like it either. Thank God for coconut milk. And he's like, what? So you can have coconut milk, almond milk, there's a cashew milk, there's a macadamia nut milk. It just kind of what your preference is, and then kind of go from there. I make keto coffee, which they call it bulletproof coffee, but since it's branded, I tend not to call it bulletproof coffee. So what I do is I take, I have a video I'm about to upload on my coffee. So I take coffee, like from Starbucks, just really strong coffee, and I put it in a little pan or a little pot, and then I add cinnamon to it because cinnamon is so good for your blood. And so I add cinnamon to it when it's boiling so that the cinnamon gets in there and doesn't get all like it's all in your teeth and everything. So, and then I put my my sweetener, so either erythritol or some kind of, you know, I think there's Splenda in the raw that I have a whole crap ton of that tastes like crap. But if you use it in that, it tastes fine. I just have a lot of it. So I bought a big bag for some reason. So I'll put that, and then I will put Kerrygold butter, 1 tablespoon, because you need the fats, because it's the fats that are actually helping you burn fat. And then I'll put, when I'm cooling it off, I'll put coconut milk, and it tastes so good, and it will get you going. It will keep you going. Now, that being said, that's just one little recipe. I'm in the process of writing a recipe book and trying to figure out how to make an ebook. So if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. I have a ton of great recipes that at this moment I'm not at liberty to share because I don't have the book prepared yet. But I would like to get that out to you guys, because the more we know and the better recipes we have, the more we're going to stick with this. For the first 3 days, I didn't know what I was doing. I just went on a chat page and I said, I want to do keto day 1. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me. And all these wonderful women came on and just showered me with knowledge. And I ate eggs, like totally eggs, and some bacon and salads for the first 3 or 4 days because I didn't have a budget for anything else. I hadn't been to the store. But then I learned where I could shop. I could get a lot of this from Amazon and Walmart.com, and I could have a lot of it shipped to my house. And it was just a wonderful eye-opening experience. So when they say you cannot do it because you're not in the budget for it, poppycock, that is not even it. It's really inexpensive, because you get to the point where you're drinking a ton of water all day, and you need to drink a ton of water all day, a ton, more than normal. I'll get to that later. But, you know, they say, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, and you can't budget this, you can't do it while you're on a budget. That's not true, because you get to the point where you just don't eat that much. Your hunger is so, you're burning fat instead of carbohydrates. So on a normal daily basis, everybody, we eat a bunch of carbs, and we're burning carbs for fuel. Burning. But when you switch your eating over to where your only intake is 20 grams or less of carbs per day, you start going into a metabolic state called ketosis. And that's where the keto diet gets its name. Keto is from the first part of ketosis. So ketosis is where it's a metabolic state where you start burning fat for fuel instead of carbohydrates. And if you are diabetic, if you I think if you're hypoglycemic too, this kind of eradicates that. I have heard of women, and this is what I've heard. I have not had this. I didn't have this, but my friend was taking, my friend was taking medication for diabetes, and she's completely off of everything. After 1 month, she had high blood pressure, and she also had some problems with just depression and stuff, and all that is just gone, and she's just like doing backflips. I mean, she's just so happy and just having the time of her life. And I'm so excited that I get to be a part of this. And as I have more and more people asking me questions, that's why I'm doing this, is because I want to help them on their journey. I watched someone, and I will post this later, but this wonderful woman, Nicole, and she posted something the day after I started keto. And she said, "This is me, 65 pounds in 5 months I've lost on keto." And she said, so if you started your journey if you start your journey today, by Christmas, you could lose 65 pounds. And it was July 24th. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could do this. It is 2 weeks before Christmas, and I am at negative 54 pounds. And she didn't work out. She did lazy keto as well. And I'm so thankful that I got to see that little blurb of hers. So I'm doing this to help someone else along, that in 4 months, you know what you could do? In 4.5 months, let's see, what would that be? In the middle of May. By the beginning of May, if you started today your keto journey, how much would 54 pounds off of you look like? Okay? I feel so much better. I still have some health issues, but that's just because of what my body is. But I saw an insane amount of inflammation gone. I had a swollen ankle that was swollen since my last baby, and he's 2.5 now. And I just couldn't get that swelling off no matter what I did. I slept with my foot up, and I just couldn't get it off. And in the first 1.5 weeks, it was gone. And then there was the bath towel. Oh my gosh, the bath towel wraps all the way around me and closes. Holy crap. It's the small little victories. And I didn't start it for weight loss per se. I saw these people's testimony that were saying, oh, I don't have to take diabetes medication anymore. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I feel so much better. And I was in so much pain all the time. Now, I am still in pain. It did not go away completely. But I can do so much more now that I couldn't do before. I would have to literally, I'd go to the store one day, and the next day I'd be in bed the entire day. I can go to Costco today, and then tomorrow I could go to somewhere else. And then the next day I could go somewhere else. And I don't have to come home and lay down and put my foot up. And I don't have to get off my back because it's killing me. It's manageable now. That's after 54 pounds. That's after eating and feeling so good about what I'm putting in my body, and that it's processing, and I just feel so much better. So I'm hoping that this spot will help you decide that this is a journey that you can do as well. It's not expensive. You can do it on a budget. Trust me, people, especially you mamas. I know you're like, I can't do that. You know what? What I do is I make my keto for my son and I, and then I add to it. So I have like a Penang recipe, and I make chicken Penang, and then along with that, I'll make rice to go with the family, or I'll make rice and noodles, and the rice and the noodles is for the rest of the family. And then I'll put the Penang on top. So it can be done. You may have to cook like a meal and a half or 2 meals, but it can easily be done. So I look forward to seeing your comments and seeing how this goes. And a little later on, when I get my Facebook page up, I will definitely put it in the description box so everybody can come and join and get supported, because that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to support each other and give each other some goals and see what can happen. And, you know, because, you know, we watch each other and we see each other, and we're not trying to compare each other. We're trying to help each other along. So God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future.